One of the highlights during DevStream 151 is the Zephyr Deluxe skin and some fine-tuning on this Warframe, coming in Update 30, Call of the Tempestarii, which is slated for a March 2021 release. In this video, we will go over what are the changes that the developer planned for Zephyr, and I will share my thoughts about how can this affect our resident Warframe. Also, use this video to formulate ideas on how you can play her, or mod her, after the said changes are implemented. Okay, let's dive into the Zephyr changes. First of all, Digital Extremes mentioned changing her Tailwind ability. The main problem I have with this ability is that it's very ineffective and dangerous to use in a mission. The charge mechanic is very annoying and can leave you vulnerable to enemy attacks. The developer will change that by removing the charge mechanic. Instead, Tailwind will allow you to suspend Zephyr in the air by using it while airborne, but you'll consume energy as you float. I don't want to paint a wrong picture here, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but I guess this is finally the time wherein Zephyr will take flight. The idea of this change might be focused on giving Zephyr aerial dominance, and we could finally see this frame flap her wings. Why did I say this? Well, first of all, Digital Extremes did say about allowing Zephyr to be suspended in the air, and secondly, the ability will have energy drain now. Most probably, Tailwind will be our flight simulator ability after the mentioned change to it. Although the idea is quite fun, I still will give it some doubts, since I would like to know how well can Zephyr move while being suspended in the air. Also, the energy drain will play a big factor, and I'm hoping that it will not end up messing the overall build of Zephyr. Anyway, abilities that have energy drain often scales well with duration mods, so it's safe to say that we can still have a decent duration for our other important abilities like Turbulence. All in all, it boils down to the question of whether or not Zephyr will be mobile while in air, or more specifically, can she fly like Archwing or Titania while using Tailwind? If yes, then Zephyr might be fun to use. If not, then I'm hoping that it's not another clunky mechanic like what we have for this frame's Tailwind ability at the moment. By the way, Rebecca did also mention Dive Bomb having increased damage. This is to compensate the player for performing the maneuvers, since honestly, doing a dive bomb right now is just like doing a suicide dive, head first, and end up killing yourself. The damage is non-existent, and it's better to use anything else than performing this maneuver. I don't know exactly the details on how they will increase the damage, or be exact how the damage would scale. It would be interesting if it's tied on how much height you accumulate during Tailwind, but this would also not be good since it will require an open area to make Dive Bomb effective. The damage would definitely scale with power strength, and we might finally see a kamikaze nuke Zephyr after this tweak. But squad leader, you are forgetting that steel-pathed enemies with armor exist. Well, you are also forgetting that Zephyr Tornado exists, which can adapt damage type when hit by outside sources like weapons. I'm thinking that Digital Extremes are planning to make her kit work with each other, and if I'm correct, they are making Dive Bomb as the ultimate death from above ability for Zephyr, along with the Tailwind tweaks. Rebecca did also mention that they will be increasing the pull mechanic of their burst. Instead of impulse, it will become a short vortex as Gauss Mac Crash augment. By the way, it would be interesting to see how well will air burst be as a Helminth ability, since probably, this ability will turn into a mini Vauban vortex, which some players love for grouping enemies. However, I won't get too excited since air burst pull radius is not that big as Vauban's vortex. To give you a picture, you will only get 14 meters pull radius if you added stretch and auger each in your build. It will not be a large area of effect pull, but it's more of a tactical pull. Also, they added that they will also lean towards increasing the pull radius of tornadoes. If we sum this all up, I'm guessing that Digital Extremes are pulling the Kamikaze Diver card in here. You got both air burst and tornadoes to group enemies, and as well as decrease armor with the help of tornadoes. Then, you dive bomb to that group enemies and finish them off. I'm guessing this is the playstyle that Digital Extremes would like to see after the changes they will make with Zephyr during Update 30. Also, they are leaning towards making Zephyr unique, and give the frame more advantage if players will play it more in the air. They did mention that her passive will stay, but they will add a critical chance buff while you are in the air. Overall, I see the changes coming to Warframe quite nice, but I hope that it will have a proper implementation. Delivery is crucial here, since Zephyr has undergone several tweaks, but ended up staying near the bottom tier of the most played Warframe. These tweaks for her will either break the frame or create another metaburb frame in the game. We will either be blown away by these changes or Zephyr will get blown away from existence. I would like to hear your thoughts about these changes, and I hope you can share your opinions about the upcoming Zephyr changes in the comment section below. Be sure to check back later as I got more Warframe guides and builds for your guys. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.
This is the future. Human error. Evolution. This is the future.